The nationwide debate over regulating guns is happening once again after the school shooting in Parkland, Florida left 17 students and teachers dead. But the debate isn't just occurring on a national scale, it's unfolding on a local level, right here in Missoula. So this begs the question, what do students and other Missoulians want when it comes to guns? freshman Maggie Bornstein organized a walkout right here on campus.
I was raised in a household with guns. My brother was a Navy SEAL, so I know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, and I know the context that those things were, like those types of weapons should live and shouldn't. So ultimately I'm all for banning assault rifles. My ultimate goal is to realize that people can do more than being upset. That there's legislative actions to take in it, even if you can't vote yet, that you can advocate for legislation through writing to candidates, through volunteering on campaigns of people who are champions for gun safety.
Hundreds of students and faculty showed up for the walkout on the morning of March 14th, joining protests across the country. There was tabling from gun control advocacy groups, voter registration stations, and letter writing to legislators. There were also hundreds of high schoolers that participated in a similar walkout across the Higgins Street Bridge in February. Both of these marches were met with some counter-protesters, but most participants were there in support of gun control.
I came here today because I believe that we need to have harsher gun control, because we've seen so many shootings in the past couple months and just this year that have killed so many people, and I haven't read up on it lately, but I know that it's a problem, and I'm for gun control completely because I don't think that normal people, normal citizens should have automatic weapons. I think that's ridiculous.
Walkout organizer Maggie Bornstein seemed pleased with the turnout.
Please take the time here today to visit all the tables and learn more about how we as individuals can all take steps to eradicate firearm violence in educational spaces in the greater United States. Thank you.
This is really about finding outlets for people who are feeling a lot of feelings in response to frequent shootings, and whether it's voluntary response to action or getting their hands on a potential congressional candidate, like being able to talk to someone like that, I'm glad that people feel connected.
Students on both sides of the political spectrum voiced their opinions at the walkout.
And I'm asking you, if you know, please tell me what your definitions of those are. Don't just tell me. So as an individual, I'm a strong proponent for if a qualified teacher, as in, a teacher and educator who already possesses a valid concealed carry permit, I believe they should be able to use the rights with that permit on educational grounds.
It's clear that students have been quite vocal about this issue. But in a state where over 52% of the population owns firearms, where are all these guns at We met with UMPD officer John Weber, who explained the process for student gun owners living on campus and agreed to show us the campus gun locker.
Well, what we do is a student will come in, they'll fill out a contract. It discusses the rules and regulations, and we check their ID, verify who they are, and then we inspect their gun, get a serial number, and that goes with the contract and what it is. Generally it's in a case, and then we give them a card that has their name on it and the number and the weapon. And then when they come in, they give us that card. We give them their gun or bow or whatever the case might be, and when they come back, they turn the gun back in and we give them their card back.
We also sat down with UMPD officer Brad Giffen, who explained what steps are being taken to promote safety through preparedness on our campus.
Because every agency is strapped personnel-wise, the thing that makes the most sense is to empower immediate responders. So we teach three things, and it sounds simple, but it's way more complicated than what I'm going to say. But we teach a program called Run, Lock, and Fight. So if you have people on the campus who are minimally trained to do this, to apply a tourniquet, to do some blood-stopping gauze work, and have the kits stationed strategically around the university, those immediate responders can actually provide a service to save lives.
is just one of thousands of college campuses threatened with gun violence across the country that are hoping for safety and fighting for preparedness. As the gun debate continues, Only time will tell if student activism will change laws. For the Montana Kaimin, this has been Eli Imadali.